What's up everybody, I'm HoopsandHipHop. So if you've been watching Pokemon videos here on YouTube for any amount of time, you've probably seen a few theories. Theories are a fun way for fans to try to explain certain things about the Pokemon world, and some of them are so good that they're probably true. Those are the ones we're going to be talking about today, as I highlight 5 Pokemon theories that are likely true in one way or another. A couple of these come directly from the minds of my fellow YouTubers, and those ones will all be linked in the description, so I highly recommend you go check them out in order to see the whole thing. With all of that out of the way, let's get started. Number 1 on this list is a theory that made a huge splash into the community leading up to the release of Sun and Moon. Loxton, aka Noggin's Pokemon Reset Theory, states in short that Pokemon will likely reboot itself either after Sun and Moon or the games that follow them up. This theory spans multiple videos and several hours and is on the list frankly because of the amount of evidence. Loxton himself has pointed out some of the inconsistencies in this theory, but the sheer amount of evidence has proven too much to refute altogether, and we could even be seeing the beginning of this theorized reboot with the new movie coming out this year that revisits the very beginning of Ash's journey. Next up is a theory from Birdkeeper Toby. Toby has come up with some pretty good theories during his time on YouTube, but this one is my personal favorite of his and the one that I think is most likely true. So in this theory, Toby makes the claim that the fairy-type gym leader Valerie from Kalos is actually the sister of Bill, the inventor of the PC storage system. He describes how due to her attire and the fact that she owns Sylveon, that she could be related to the Kimono girls from Ecruteak City, of whom Bill's mother was once a part of. There are more pieces of convincing evidence that I won't spoil here, cause you should really go check out the entire video for yourself, but it's very convincing and I think you'll agree once you check it out for yourself. A more mainstream theory that has been floating around the internet for a little while is that N from Pokemon Black and White is actually a Zoroark. The evidence for this includes the fact that he can talk to Pokemon, his hair is similar in style to Zoroark's, and Zoroark leads you into N's castle in Black and White 2, where N appears with Zoroark nowhere to be found. The real clincher for this theory though is that during Zoroark's memory in the memory link of Black and White 2, Zoroark doesn't appear at all, but N does. Since there's no way Zoroark could have had that memory without it being there, the presence of N is a really convincing thing that suggests this theory might actually be true. One quirky Pokemon that seems to attract a lot of attention is the Gen 2 Pokemon Wobbuffet. It has been theorized that the blue blob we know as Wobbuffet isn't actually the Pokemon at all, but instead its tail is the real thing. This is because 1, its tail has eyes, meaning that it's alive in some way, and 2, the blue part of Wobbuffet looks very much like a punching bag, as if it's designed to protect the black tail. This is also supported by the fact that Wobbuffet uses moves like Counter and Mirror Coat as a way to seemingly retaliate with its blue dummy body. One more thing to add on to this theory that's a little less likely but still has evidence to support it is that Wobbuffet's tail could be related to the Unknown. The Unknown look very similar to the tail, both Wobbuffet and Unknown are psychic types and they sit right next to each other in the Pokedex. One possible explanation for this is that a branch of Unknown evolved with traditional Darwinian evolution into Wobbuffet in order to protect and disguise themselves. And the final theory on this list is a newer one from the mind of Hybrid Hero. Instead of looking at something from within the Pokemon world, Hybrid looks at the real-world ramifications of the infamous anime episode Electric Soldier Porygon that was banned for causing a large number of seizures. Essentially, Hybrid explains that Porygon was wrongfully banned from the anime for this episode because it was actually Pikachu who caused all the problems. His video then goes on to show how the creators were aware of this fact and intentionally put the blame on Porygon instead. If you haven't seen the video, I highly recommend checking it out, link is in the description. And those were 5 Pokemon theories that I believe are probably true. For the theories that have their own dedicated videos, I did my best to not spoil the entire theory, as the original videos really deserve the support. So if you haven't seen any of these, please make sure to check out the original videos in the description. Also, make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Pokemon content. I'll be back with another video soon, and until then, I'll smell you guys later.